Let's break it down now, shall we? ReZero's protagonist, Natsuki Subaru, is not your typical Isekai hero. No overpowered sorcery, no divine blessing, and definitely no harem protagonist immunity. Every victory he earns is soaked in blood, sweat, and ridiculous number of respawns. But big response comes with big. But why does it work? Why do Subaru's achievements feel so satisfying compared to other Isekai protagonists? But let's break it down. Most Isekai heroes are like, I woke up in another world and immediately become the strongest being in the existence.
In this magical world, I must have... It's totally happening! This must be an event path where I'll learn to produce magic! Ha!
Subaru is like, I woke up in another world and I immediately got mugged in an alley and die. He has to claw his way to every victory through sheer trial and error. Many errors.
Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds?
By the way, no magic cheat codes, just stubbornness and trauma. Subaru's return by death isn't just a retry button, it's a curse. Every time he fails, people he cares about suffer, and he has to live with that knowledge, even if they don't remember. And that's a truly a real curse to bear.
If I struggled and fought so much only to end up here, then what's the point?
It forces him to actually grow as a person, because brute force won't save him. Only intelligence, resilience, and emotional growth will. And I think Subaru doesn't give himself enough credit in the later arcs. He's smarter than you think. At least smarter than Season 1. In most Isekai, power-ups are equal to progression. But Subaru? He doesn't get stronger. He gets smarter.
Power! Ah! Incredible power! Ah!
And that's prideful. He wins not through power, but by building trust, strategizing, and being just desperate enough to outthink his enemies.
It hasn't! As of now, you're finished!
Subaru is an absolute disaster earlier on. He's arrogant, impulsive, and acts like he's the main character of a power fantasy. And the show punishes him for it.
I'm sure I told you, Subaru Natsuki. If your own lie doesn't fool you, it won't deceive others.
Why do you think I'm...
You don't know why? Then I'll tell you. 'Cause you haven't once said you want to save Amelia.
But here's the key difference. He learns. Instead of being spoon-fed success, he earns it by facing his first fears and his worst flaws head-on. Because Subaru struggles so much, every victory feels like an emotional gut punch. When he finally succeeds, it's not just hype, it's catharsis.
What do you say?
Subaru Natsuki, allow me to correct one idea you have. If we find ourselves in conflict one day, I promise that I will continue to remain friendly towards you. Even if the time comes and we must settle things once and for all, I will not forget the great debt I have incurred to you this day. Therefore, even if we do become enemies, My respect for you will never fade nor falter, and I will continue to show you favor till the end.
It's why ReZero hits different. Subaru doesn't just get better, he becomes better. And that's why his achievements always feel earned. So next time someone tells you that ReZero is just suffering for the sake of suffering, remind them it's not about the deaths. It's about what Subaru learns from them. Okay, sometimes it's also about suffering.